Action Comics 1029, part of the continuing story that was left off in Superman 29. Yeah, that's the thing. So this picks up. This is written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. He's the writer for both books, so they're doing the Bendis route. And this is continuing off of that Golden Age story that's supposed to kick off a bunch of other stories, with a backup featuring Midnighter from The Authority and everything. Honestly, I didn't even see that coming regarding the whole Midnighter coming back to the DC universe. When I was doing the Authority stuff, I'm still finishing that up. But yeah, I was still surprised by that happening. So this is Action Comics 1029 by Bill Kennedy Johnson with Midnighter taking on a backup feature by Cloonan and with Conrad involved. So let's dig into it. Superman and Superboy, not Connor Kent, but Superboy Jonathan Kent, go ahead and race through space punching aliens. This is the day that I have to get a haircut. I seriously need one. The day that comes for every kid. The day they see their heroes fall. The Golden Age, Part 2. And we see more aliens being beaten as Superman inadvertently rips an alien's arm off. Noble. The day their shield, which has protected them against all threats, is suddenly and forcibly knocked aside, leaving them afraid, vulnerable. And there's wounds on Superman's body, and yeah, that's certainly not helping. Because the space station is under attack. The monsters we told them were just shadows might have teeth after all. And for the first time in their lives, they know that anything can happen. Everybody okay? Gravity systems out, thrusters are out, singularity cannons detached, oxygen leak 94% and failing. And is everybody alright? Dude! They're still coming! We'll handle it. You gotta make sure the station doesn't collapse on you first. What will it take to get the breach to close? We thought it was closed. I don't know what else we could. That's one way. We had to close it from the other side. Do I really need to point out the downside of that plan? And look, it's either this or we all die. Look, I don't want to stuck over there either, but since the breach is originally open from this side, it's gotta going to keep on this side? Oh dear, you just ratted it out. So it's true? Star Labs did this? I'm going to need an explanation fast. Great. The first breach was an accident. We tried to seal it up right away, but Director Waller got wind of the project. Amanda Waller and her insanity. It's not like she kidnapped Connor Kent and is trying to use him for horrendous Suicide Squad interpretations. So anyways, when's Superman gonna ever find that out? She said it was important that we continue to study the breach because of the effect it was having on you. The singularity cannon has an independent energy source. If you take it through and close the breach from the other side, it shouldn't open again. When this is finished, you folks, Amanda Waller and I, are going to have a conversation you won't like. Dad, you're hurt. I'm fine. Let's get this done. No, you're not fine. Stay here and keep the station in one piece. I can do this alone. John, what are you talking about? What makes you think I would ever let you do this alone? What did you see in that future that has you so afraid? You think I can't see how hurt you are? You're bleeding inside. Your bones are cracking. You won't make it another round out there. We've beaten tougher things than these if we... Listen to me. You don't make it back, okay? This is it. There's books be written about this. I've read them. The breach that's opened up this fight... Right, we're fighting it right now. In the future, this is one of the last documented incidents that you're a part of on Earth. Maybe the last. These things come through. So, super hostile, tougher every time. When the breach opens the third time, things are they're too much for you. Those details were lost. I don't know exactly what happens, but you're not around long after this. Please, Dad, just get these people out here and let me handle this. So... yeah, except from what the details are saying, you weren't there. So does that mean the future's already been altered? We're not going to address that, are you? John, I know you're scared. I can see you're scared. Yes, I took some hits out there, but this is not going as badly as you think. Maybe I'm getting a little older, but I've been doing this a long time. A lot of people are counting on us right now. I promise you, John, I'm a long way from done. We got this, okay? John looks reluctant, thinking his fate is sealed, even though he seems to not realize, oh wait, I'm actually here, so does that mean the future's been altered? Uh, okay, we got this. As a tear comes to his eyes. It's hard a kid to say when they see our limitations. Realizing that their heroes, supposedly people of unparalleled wisdom and strength, who they were always sure knew what to do, oh, and they continue to race through it, battling the great threat. We're actually just like them all along. We mean well, but make mistakes. We fall short, just like our kids do. As much as they love us, we're human. We're as human as anyone. And Jonathan Kent gets blasted for shielding Superman. But on the other side, that day is an empowering truth. When we let them down, they step out of our shadow, look down at their own, and they see that they have grown tall, brave, strong. Action! Wait, that's not how this goes. They needed protectors once, but while they were in our care, we did right by them. They learned first from our examples, and then from our mistakes. Finally finding the tools and the confidence to overcome obstacles we couldn't. And Jonathan can blasts the singularity cannon and stops the whole event. At the moment they step out of their golden age, finally truly putting themselves to the test, that's what it was all for. To help them see that they don't need us after all. So they land in the canyon, and where Superman confides in him and saying, I really let you down today. You were sure I was going to die out there. I didn't even consider that you might have been right. If it had been my pa, so sorry, John. I mean, like, it's not like my father's died numerous times on multiple occasions. I mean, we are in the Infinite Frontier era, and therefore I should remember that my dad has been dead, like, 3 times it comes back. So, yeah, Superman seems to not notice that. But I couldn't be any prouder of how you handled yourself. With you around, I think my days of usefulness might be numbered. I still don't get it. In the 31st century, the history books said today was the beginning of the end. I have no idea how we made it through that. I think it's pretty obvious. I made it through because you were there. But what if their histories were right? What if your time is almost done? How am I supposed to be ready for that? When I was about your age, I saw your grandpa fall off a ladder. He fell a long way. It was scary. Mostly, I was embarrassed I seen him fall like that. I made some excuse for him. Em said it was that was windy and that would have fallen too. That's enough, Clark. It was my own damn fault. And he told me something I thought I'll never forget. Listen, Clark, there's a golden age when every kid knows their parents are indestructible. Oh, that when we never fall, oh, and we always know what the right thing is. We let you see us as the way so you feel safe, I guess. Safe enough to take risks, figure out your limits. That's how kids supposed to feel. Everybody falls, Clark, and that's okay. Someday, your kids will see you fall, and that will be okay too. He said, when you see your kids step out of their golden age and start to test themselves, you understand what it's for. And he was right, John. You're going to be just fine. And then we cut away from that to see a space station featuring weird aliens. And the sun is powerful and is growing in his power. The sun is an infant, tethered to Earth. He is no threat and no prize. The sun speaks truth. The father is dying. Perhaps the terror in the sky has done this. Perhaps not. Can such a being wither and die truly? He lives, does he not? All who live must die. Thus revealing not Darkseid, the guy who looked like Darkseid but had yellow coated skin. Yeah, I keep forgetting what his name is half the time. And he was in the whole whatever happened, not the whatever happens in the Man Tomorrow, but the story, if I'm correcting it, for the man who has everything. Let me see, what was his name? I keep forgetting what that was. Let's see. Mongol, yeah, the guy who looks like Darkseid but isn't really Darkseid. So yeah, Mongol just says all who live must die. Next, and Superman! War World Rising! So anyways, we can't wait from that to see Midnighter. This is incredible. It's like an advanced autopilot. Yes, it's the autopilot of me kicking ass and breaking bones. Let's open her up and see what she can do. I thought these boys were hard. What a joke. As he punches and breaks one of the jaws of one of the workers and shooting ups and guards. Flawless, I mean, yeah, I'm good, but this is just silly. And chokes the life out of one. It almost feels like cheating. Oh well, I'll take it. I'm glad to have an operational supercomputer in my brain again. Thanks for the test run, chumps. 2 incoming, 0600. They're early, but the CPU predicted it. In their world, these are no good guys, just targets, enemies, collateral damage. Yes, I will even go so far as to help with someone assassinate the entire world and commit mass genocide. I am a hero, damn it. You tell yourself you're on the right side just so you can sleep at night. Everyone's the hero of their own story. What the hell? Hey, Larry, I think we got a problem. No! You mean to tell me the brutal deaths of your own guards? Guards who had the see no evil, hear no evil, think no evil, well, are all dead? No. But I know what I am. I'm Midnighter. I'm the bad guy, and I sleep just fine. The supercomputer is 10 steps ahead of every possibility. No need to move. I'll just be a moment. The advantage makes my usual tactics feel average, almost mundane. I'm an artist, you see. As he starts strangling someone with chains. My canvas is mortality and all its limitations. I'm deeply interested in the math of it all. The supercomputer informs me that man will drown in 43 seconds. I'll pull him up for 44 to see. For science! So, I'm thinking Dr. Insano and Link Sano finally realize they have someone to support them. For science! I'm even thinking Metropolis blue when Tucker was getting the crap beaten out of him, and the fact that I'm wearing this color is really convenient. Coincidence, actually. Where Tucker was just being beaten down by an alien back in season 4 of Red vs. Blue. Oh, and Church just said, okay, so stand still. For science. I didn't think that would actually happen in mainstream American comics. Tonight we have had Trojan, brilliant CEO Trojan Solutions of Engineering, and now published author of The Solution, a book that is about as much spirituality as it is about robotics and investing. Surreal to see this chucklehead on TV, knowing that in my future, he's turned himself into a robot, hell-bent on eliminating all organic life. Here's the weird part. 3 days ago, I was part of that future. Now here I am, stuck in the past, salvaging the technology in his brain to restore my own. Typical Tuesday night stuff. It must be Tuesday. I haven't got the hang of Tuesdays. Before getting into the book, I have to ask, are you in fact a robot? Not yet, but as you may have heard, I do have experimental supercomputer of my own design implanted in my brain. This is true? Absolutely. We already have plans for the next step. In my book, The Solution, you'll find the explicit aim of our research would eliminate biological necessity for pain, suffering, and desire. We work tirelessly. I see you benefit from the upgrade. If I'm being honest, it's been interesting for me as well. What the? So many unaddressed issues, Lucas, like, that is your name, correct? You're in my head? And did you really think you could just pull my hard drive and jam it into your brain without a little piece of me stowing away? Yes, I am in you now, Lucas. Deeper than anyone has ever gone before. Cute. You think I won't just cut me out? Oh, I have no doubt you would. But we both know you can't. We need each other. We need to get back to the future. Get back to the future. Future state. So it's true? So is it by torture? By way of bad jokes? I want us to be friends. I'll help you and you what? You really think I'm not gonna pay you a little visit before I head back to my timeline? I'd be very careful if I were you, Lucas. You okay, babe? Are you just wrapping up some work? I'll come to bed in a bit. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you he's on to you. Ooh. Apollo doesn't need his super hearing to know that you're being a sneak. You've slept in this dirty room every night since you got to this timeline. But maybe he'll like the older you. What if he prefers as Lucas from the future? Can you be jealous of yourself? You really want my help? Apollo is off limits. I'm just pointing out that things that keep you meatlings things from really achieving emotions. They push and pull more than any interference of me contribute. And he's looking like, you're starting to piss me off in ways you can't imagine. The biological machine is driven by the need to avoid harm. Pain is a program to protect the integrity of the host's body. The emotional pain, the dreaming, the fear, residual side effects of evolution, they are obsolete. I am the solution. I am brother I. Wait, what? Nah, we already did that. Embrace what you know to be true. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Upgrade. Transcend. Stop! Do you just ever shut up? I don't need your rhetoric. If we're gonna work together, we need to think, Lucas. That hardware in your head is no longer me. I've been uploaded into your brain. We are now as one. I know the human brain is like a supercomputer, but let's be real, I'm kind of curious as to know how he did that. So yeah, he's kind of screwed. Everything okay? You're beginning to worry me. And for both our sakes, I suggest you answer that. The Passenger, Part 1, written by Becky, Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad. Part 1 to be continued. And that ends the Superman Action Comics 1029. And this is just a continuation off of the Golden Age stuff, which is to set up the War World stuff that we saw in Future State. And we continue the story regarding the Midnighter from the Future State timeline. Oh man, everyone's screwed, aren't they? But there is a big thing that is happening down the road over Grant Morrison, if I'm correct. Let's go and let me find it. Okay. Superman and the Authority by Grant Morrison and Michael Janin for DC. Yeah. So there were rumors going on that that Superman was going to be the new leader of the Authority as part of some Bendis idea, but then they were like, no, let's just go ahead and make this an offshoot of the DC universe, and since we established that everything's canon, we can just do this in a different take and have Grant Morrison write it because he's insane to do that. So yeah, Grant Morrison and Michael Janin are going to are writing and drawing respectively the Superman and the Authority, featuring some characters from the Authority book and featuring characters from the DC universe. One of them is Natasha Irons, who some people can't imagine doing it. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting how they take that. I like it's Grant Morrison, so I'm pretty sure anything could happen. But we'll have to see how many issues this is. Currently, there's no big plan. There's no announcement made about it. But there is. It was listed on Amazon sometime in 2021. Apparently it's about to be a 2-issue series, which kind of seems redundant. But okay, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more updates down the road. But yeah. So that's the big plan they're doing with Superman for Grant Morrison, what was left over from Bendis' stuff. And that's about it. So this was Pop Culture Omniversa presenting Action Comics 1029. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out the content in the description below. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you all next time. Peace and take care.